There. Good evening, wherever you are in the world. Good day. This is Lisa Loring. How are you today? I got them all out of there. Let's do the reading for... I felt like the reading I did a couple of days ago kind of carried over through today, so I didn't end up doing one. That, and I'm rearranging my house. Oh gosh, you know what? Yeah, feels like good, doing good feng shui stuff, making room for things in my life, making more space. That feel like a familiar, that resonate with you. I'm going to use a different card deck tonight for tomorrow, Thursday, July 8th. I almost said January 8th. Oh, it was January 8th. What's going on for you then? Have to reflect on that one later. January 8th coming up. Haven't used this deck in the while. This is the Gilded Tarot. I forget. I'll look it up later. The book, I don't have the book over here, out here with me. Forget. Barbara Moore? I may be wrong about that. I'll come back to that. But I'll definitely credit the author and artist when I do the notes for this reading. So this is the reading for Thursday, July 8th, and maybe beyond. If it feels like that's coming up for me, I'll let you know. We already have one card coming up, Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. I did read briefly. I didn't look at it really in depth. I want to say it was Bridget with Biddy Tarot had put something in. She sends out a weekly newsletter that I receive. I don't always look at it, but I definitely did I glanced over it real quickly a few days ago. She talked about how she had seen this as a film reel. Sometimes you'll see this particular card in the traditional tarot, and there's an infinity symbol, and there's this juggling. And she saw she was working with a new tarot deck herself, and she had come to, it's great when you work with new tarot decks, even as if you're a longtime practitioner, because she saw it differently than she'd ever seen it, and she saw it as a film reel, like an old film reel from the early, days of film. Two of Pentacles is a sign of juggling, and I'm noticing there's a dolphin in this. Tall ship behind it on a, looks like a moon rise, full moon. We're actually coming on to a new moon the end of this week, either tomorrow or Friday, depending on where you are in the world. New moon in Cancer. So the water behind it is very apt, and I would pick this deck. Cancer is the cardinal water sign. And in this particular deck, there's a rainbow arcing between the juggler's palms. It's a little different, but the rainbow is coming to me as always that infinite symbol of hope and promise. Openness, open-heartedness. It may be a juggle between sometimes feeling open-hearted and not. I resonate with that. We're trying to step into new ways of being, the new ways we've learned over through the lens of this pandemic. Juggling and looking and considering, the things that matter to us, trying to fit them into our lives. How do they fit? How do our new ways of being fit? Here's another card that's turned. Another Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles. This is the Have and Have-Nots card. You see some hands at the bottom. Reaching up, accepting, and then someone is there giving out in balance, weighing out, who gets and who doesn't. Measuring. Very kindly person. Kind of a fleur-de-lis I guess it isn't really, but I see it as such. Fleur-de-lis symbolism at the center of the two scales. I forget what the fleur-de-lis symbolism is. I might have to go in the house and look that one up. Get my iPad out. I always forget. I always remember. Fleur-de-lis is a lily. We have another one coming up, the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords came up earlier in the week at the bottom of the deck. Again, another a glint of a star coming off this knight's sword. That came up, wishing upon a star, seeing people as stars. Like, I think, yeah, I'll come back to that. A lot of purple, and one more card is turning. Seven of Swords energy coming up. All right, so I didn't mean to grab another card, but there we are. There it is, and I think that will do. Nine of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. So part of, you know, again, this came up in the reading a couple of nights ago as well. Ace of Cups. Also, the moon's very strongly featured here. Phases of the moon. So I think this one is coming up, and this shows the the crescent moon that's starting to come in after the dark moon, and we've got the half moon going away full. So this is energy to me that's coming, that we'll be starting to feel probably into probably around Sunday, moving into next week. I think this is the energy that we're seeing coming in, because this would denote a few days post the new moon, when that crescent moon starts to appear, and then we move, So Page of Cups, also emotions, maybe a emotions, gift of spirituality, spiritual messages, messages about our emotions, messages of love coming in, that kind of thing. All right, so let's angle the camera down so we can look at the cards that we have, the way they came out. We have the Two of Pentacles. This one came out, again, juggling. Juggling, the Pentacles suit, again, is the suit of what matters to our heart. What matters to, not matters to our heart. I don't know why I'm saying that. Things that matter, things of matter, the material, right? Material things in the 3D, right here on Earth, things that are concrete. We're juggling, yeah. They can be anything that we value. So when I say things that matter, that matters of the heart, maybe what you value is I guess I'm hearing about it's things that resonate with our heart. So even though it's things that are in the concrete, it's things that that we do in the world that that mean a lot to us, and our heart's resonance is what is guiding us to help us figure out. How to work with this. The Two of Pentacles is learning how to manage finances as well, and learn how to manage resources. You're kind of like balancing things out, and you're kind of practicing with that. And again, I'm noticing this rainbow, and then you've got a ship coming in behind, and the dolphin is also a symbolism of play. So this is a playful energy as well. Juggling is a playful kind of thing. So listening to that inner child, and also bringing in that heart wisdom, those things that make our heart sing, are definitely where we're going to find the most value. And learning how to balance that out and integrate it into our lives. The Six of Pentacles is here as well. So the Six of Pentacles, again, is the have or have nots card. And you've got you give the hands accepting. So being in a receptive mode is very important right now. Not working so hard. We don't need to work so hard. That playful energy that's coming up in the Two of Pentacles, that bouncing around kind of thing, fine, do it. And be in a receptive mode. Being receiving doesn't mean just, yeah, let's holding out your hand. Like, there's a balance, right? There's a balance. There's a give and take balance. But definitely being open to receiving. Being open to receiving doesn't mean that you're always grabbing for things. Although the hands that are there are they seem a little grasp. There is a grasping energy, but this person is very kindly. The universe is ready to give out. So listen. The The most receptive way we can be without being stepping past our boundaries is to be a good listener. Listening to what the universe has to say. If I see the golden light behind this person, and this is a very rich energy. This person has plenty to give, and to also know that, you know, to stand in your own abundance, to be able to be receptive, also is an energy of being able to be stable in your own abundance. Oftentimes we don't receive really, really well because we don't know how to give really, really well without over giving or giving for the wrong reasons. This person is giving for all the right reasons. They're very stable. They're abundant. He's very richly dressed, and you know there's no end. But he's being very balanced and being very measured about what's being given out. And when we are in a receptive mode, we are listening and we're opening our ears more than we're speaking, more than we're doing things in the external. And I think that's really important when you have a Knight of Swords coming in as part of this energy. When a Knight of Swords is coming in, a Knight of Swords is bringing in information fast and quick, and it takes, you've got to really kind of just be very measured in your approach in terms of what you're going to take in of this kind of information. And how, and therefore, and you don't want, and the Knight of Swords also is a very reactive energy. It's an action card. But he's taking, you know, something is glinting off. He's got a star glinting off his sword. So what he has to share is truth. But it's truth that comes in swiftly. And there is an owl here, a purple owl and a purple tree. That is a lot of intuition. So a lot of this information may be coming in through our intuition. So again, it's important to be very receptive to ourselves, to stand in our own abundance, to stand in our own truth, and take in this information without the judgment. The Knight of Swords can be a very judgmental kind of energy. And I see this coming in as well. You know, so we have this Seven of Swords that has come in as well. And this can be the energy of feeling judged. Of being like, yeah, I'm just going to take my swords and I'm out of here. You know, looking guiltily over your shoulder, you know, not liking, you know, maybe you let some truth bomb drop and, you know, you're kind of like scooting out. Like, I said this thing and, you know, or not wanting to look at the truth, not wanting to admit the truth. So I'm going to pick up these swords, but I'm going to carry them off and I'm going to hide them so no one can ever, you know, no one's going to actually ever hear this. So you can either be righteous, you know, do this with a more righteous kind of energy like the Knight. And if the Knight recruits this owl here, you're doing it with wisdom and you're doing it with intuition. It's gonna, you know, you may not say it beautifully, which may make you feel like this, you know, like you need to like escape out and go off into the fields. But the truth is, you've left two swords behind, and no matter what, that truth has been delivered. But if we remain in a receptive energy here, the feel of this can be diminished or reduced or mitigated. Mitigated is the word I'm looking for. And when we do that, then, you know, here's the bottom of the deck, the Nine of Cups, and then you're in a more celebratory, more emotionally balanced kind of, you know, you can respond from a, you know, 9 again is an action number. You can respond from a comfortable emotion, you know, abundant, an emotional state of abundance, which we come back to this piece again. You know, emotional stability. It's not the 10 of Cups, but you're responding from this place, and you're feeling, you know, you're actually toasting the energy. You're saying, yep, you know, I can accept this cup, I can accept this situation, and I'm cool because I've got plenty of cups here, and you're recognizing that. And the Ace of Cups is here as well to support that. Now, you know, this energy may not be available to you for a few days. It may not be available until towards the end of the weekend. And at that point, you know, again, this is a more receptive energy. Page of Cups coming in. And you have got the Four of Cups behind it, which would denote, you know, you're ignoring Three of the Cups, but maybe you are making a choice. But this person clearly has his gaze on this one divine cup coming in, and I like the energy coming in on this one. In this particular deck, although the Four of Cups would be a card of refusal, he's refusing the Three Cups. He's going for that one cup, that divine spiritual, you know, offering that's coming in from the heavens. He's really focused on that one cup. So things kind of simmer down a little bit. So that's the reading. And I think this is, like I said, this is an energy that's coming in over the next few days. And I'll pull one more card from the Power Animal Oracle card deck from Stephen Farmer. Tilt the camera up so we can see me shuffling. Shuffling. You know, I'm thinking of this crazy song. 80s, I said. Maybe 90s. All right, Power Animal Oracle cards. Haven't used you guys in a while. So being receptive is a better energy here, but that Seven of Swords energy, you know, some of that old kind of behavior, that old sneaky behavior, that wanting to sneak off and not really liking what you said or liking what you're hearing and wanting to kind of escape, that, you know, some of that stuff is still around, but we can choose to be in that more emotionally stable place to be in order to receive. Remain receptive, remain open. You know, although remain playful, remain light, you know, have that playful energy, receptive, open to new stuff, open to a new way of being. So Power Animals. What do we have as a commentary on this reading for Thursday, July 8th? And maybe, you know, like I said, that Ace of Cups is there with those moons. So I think that might be something that will ride for a few days. I'll come in over the next couple days. There's a lot going on, but maybe to throw a commentary in from time to time. Kind of feel like reading when I feel like reading. That's the way it goes. That's the way it should go. Feel it when you feel it. Power Animal. I don't think I've ever pulled from this deck on camera. This is by Stephen Farmer, Power Animal Oracle cards. What is the energy that we have for Thursday? Well, they're just a commentary on this reading. Feel my energy. And I was gonna I'll do my gardening. Here we go. The Moose, authority. You know what is best for you. I'll read from the book. To the bottom of the deck. The links, discernment, look beyond immediate appearances. So that was at the bottom of the deck too. I felt inclined to look at that. So the Lynx card is also here. So the Moose and the Lynx. Those guys. So the Moose card. You know what is best for you. That's that Knight of Swords energy. But, you know, balance it out. In spite of the pressures from others, your own conditioned fears, embedded shame, and advice from the best of friends, ultimately it's up to you to make the choices you make, right? Realizing this fully not only gives you greater freedom and autonomy, but also places the responsibility squarely on your shoulders for those choices. Your karma has brought you to this place in your life, and it's time to trust your inner guidance above and beyond any other counsel you've gotten. It's your life, and you can do whatever you choose. It can still be useful to listen to others and seek help when you need it. However, no matter what suggestions or ideas you get, see if and how they resonate with you. Don't blindly trust anyone's input. Instead, use your intuition and intelligence to see what fits and what doesn't. There's no need to be obedient to anyone anymore. You're it. The only exception, and it's a major one, is to heed the voice of the Creator as it manifests in any number of ways, inside and outside of you. That is the ultimate voice of authority and will never steer you wrong. Additional associations: warrior, self-esteem, balance, fearlessness. Okay, there's the Knight of Swords energy. I never really would have associated that with being a moose. This doesn't seem, you know, moose is like slow. That'd be more of a Knight of Pentacles kind of thing, but wow. Yeah, just, you know, the reason the Seven of Swords that came up is, that, you know what, to just sneak away and to think that you're doing it all on your own. You know, trust higher power. Trust, go into it, go do your intuition. That owl, that purple owl, the purple is the color of the crown of the third eye chakra. Intuition. Okay. And I'll go ahead and read the one on the links as well, because that came up. Discernment. So that swords, you know, swords is discernment. So use your discernment wisely. Don't be sneaking away. Don't be, there's that energy. Look beyond immediate appearances. You're missing something by focusing on the outer appearances of the situation or person that's the object of your inquiry. Instead, use soft focus with your vision or hearing, and at the same time, pay attention to any physical or intuitive cues that can imply what else is going on besides the apparent and the obvious. As they say, there's more to the story than meets the eye. In this case, the truth is what's behind the story. Swords are truth. One way to develop this skill is to get away from the noise of your usual surroundings, somewhere out in nature, and get very, very still for several minutes. First, notice the feeling and the sound of your breathing and your heartbeat. Then be aware of the rhythms around you. Take note of what you see, hear, or feel, and without judgment or analysis, just observe. Doing this regularly will sharpen your senses, such that you'll be more apt to discern the deeper truths of any situation or person. This additional associations: confidentiality, stealth, privacy, and inner vision. Those are very nice. All this stuff, and discerning, balance. This is discernment about what you're giving in, what you're taking in. So I love this reading, and I hope you did too. Please let me know if you have any questions, comments. My email is lisa.loring, lisa.loring@gmail.com. You can I'll do a private reading for you if you like. Like, share, subscribe on any of the platforms, and I do it on YouTube. I've got a YouTube channel, Instagram, and Facebook. And PayPal and Venmo donations, always appreciated. Thank you so much. And yeah, we'll leave it at that. I love you guys. Have a great one.